What's up everybody, it's Broken Bones here and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today we're going to show you how to build the Superior Potion Brewer for the newest Minecraft update 1.21. This is by far the most requested tutorial on my channel. The last two potion brewers that I built were for Bedrock and then Bedrock and Java. And both of those tutorials are my two most popular videos. And the two things that you guys requested were to add all of the newest ingredients, and secondly to get rid of the feature that my old brewer had where you had to put bottles in it to get it started. As you can see here, we have no bottles in our brewer. If we go ahead and hit the button, this is our manual mode button, it's going to go ahead and fill up with bottles and brew a potion. The potion that it brews is entirely up to you. To brew a potion, all you have to do is select your ingredients, and once you've chosen what you want, you can either brew a single batch of potion with this button, or you can have a continuous automatic mode with this button. So right now, I've selected Magma Cream and Redstone Dust, which is going to make me a fire-resistant potion that should be 8 minutes long. And so right now, as you can see, we have no bottles in the system. If we hit our manual mode button, it's going to brew one batch of potions. So now, as you can see, we have ourselves a fire-resistant potion that lasts 8 minutes. So now, if we want to brew another potion, we need to take those out manually and go ahead and hit the button again. However, if we want to use automatic mode, you can go ahead and hit this button, and it's going to go ahead and keep brewing potions over and over and over. Once your potions are done brewing, your stand's going to be empty just like this. And as you can see, they're all down here in the barrel, and that barrel is full, and that's because we actually have some backed up in the system right here. If we empty this, it's going to go ahead and brew one more batch of potions, and if we leave it on automatic mode, it'll go ahead and continue brewing potion after potion until it fills back up. But if we don't want it to, we can go ahead and turn that off. And as I said, we're going to go ahead and empty this, and as you're going to see, it's going to go ahead and brew one last batch of potions, and once it's done brewing that one, that'll be the final batch of potions. Those potions will stay in the brewing stand, and if you want to use a manual mode again, you'll need to empty the brewing stand to go ahead and use manual mode. Also, just as a side note, make sure that your system has room in it and the hopper does not have items in it down below before you use manual mode. And if you happen to so do it on accident, all it's going to do is bring a second batch of potions down without adding more bottles. So all you'll have to do is look into this hopper right here and go ahead and empty out all the ingredients that come in. And then that way you can go ahead and put them back where they belong. Also make sure that you don't have any potions that are standing in your brewing stand. So as you can see, this thing is super easy to use. Even if you mess it up, it's still easy to fix. And in today's tutorial, we're going to be showing you how to build both the curved version and the straight version. And as you can see out the back, the redstone is very simple and easy. And if you wanted to build the curved version, it's literally the same blocks which are represented by the iron blocks, and all the new blocks would be represented by the gold blocks. So literally, that's all you would have to add if you wanted to curve it. And if you're thinking that you're going to save space by building the curved version, well, I hate to pop your bubble, but this thing's actually 31 blocks wide, while the straight version is actually 30 blocks wide. However, the curved version creates a nice little cozy area to use your potion brewer in. The straight version looks really awesome when you walk up to it. Not to say that this one doesn't look awesome as well. So if you guys are excited to finally have one of these in your base, in your survival worlds, then go ahead and smack the like button for me and subscribe if you guys are new, and let's get started with the tutorial. A material list will be down in the description. To get things started, I recommend chunk aligning your build and sub-chunk aligning it. However, you don't have to with this one. It's rather simple and it doesn't really require it, but if you'd like to and you don't know how, then I'll leave a link to that tutorial up in the top right hand corner there for you guys. And if you really just want to do the bare minimum, I recommend at least chunk aligning this portion of the build, which is pretty much just the brain. All of the ingredient selection system can be across whatever chunk border you want. So to figure out where to get started, if you're building the straight version, you can build it right off of this corner because this is where we're going to start, and you can build it on any 3 of these blocks, meaning that the whole machine can actually scoot over 2 blocks to stay within the chunks. So you have a little bit of playroom depending on where you're at in your base. And then if you're building it this one, you're actually going to be building it over here. As you can see, there's a much larger gap between where you're going to get started. And as you can see, that's 7 blocks right there. And then the 8th block is where you can get started. And you can actually move that 1 block across or back, and that's your wiggle room to stay inside the chunks. So to get things started, we're going to go ahead and build off one of these 2 blocks because I'm building the straight one. If you're building the other one, then you would count in 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then on the 8th one, you could build it on one of these 2 blocks. And we're going to go ahead and come up by 3 more, 1, 2, and 3. And that is completely underneath the farm right there. And then we're going to come up by 1 more block, and that is where the floor is going to be. So we're going to come up by a total of 4 blocks, just like that. And this is where the floor is. So now once you get started, you can go ahead and break these out. And again, if you're building the curved version, you're going to do that over here instead of over there. But let's go ahead and destroy these. Now what we're going to do is we're going to extend this 30 blocks in that direction. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
30. Once you have that in place, then go ahead and do another row just like this, and just go ahead and make sure that that's all the way across. And once you're all the way to the end, then go ahead and come in by one block and go ahead and do another row, minus one on the end just like so. Once you have your floor in place, next you're going to go ahead and grab a copper bulb, go ahead and come to this corner, place a temporary block and one up just like this. If you want it to be waxed and stay in that, then you're going to need some honeycomb and you need to wax it just like this. Once you have that done, grab yourself a stone button and go ahead and place it on the front just like so, with a barrel on the side of it just like this. Once you have that done, then you can go ahead and take some blocks of your choice and go ahead and bring those all the way across to the end over here just like so. And then once you reach the very end over here, you can go ahead and come up with just like this by one block. We're going to go ahead and take a lamp just like so, grab yourself another block, go ahead and put 4 lamps in here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and place yourself in another block like so, 4 more lamps, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then once you have that done, place one more block, and then we're going to bring lamps all the way across over here, and we're going to go ahead and keep that shy. I went a little far, just like that, and we're going to go ahead and come up just like this. Grab yourself one more block and go ahead and place it in it right there like so, and then once you have that in place, you can go ahead and come over here on the side just like that. Go ahead and bring that up. And then underneath all of these lamps over here, we're going to grab some levers. Go ahead and place levers underneath all of these lamps. Once all of your levers are in place, go ahead and make sure you don't have one right here. This is going to be nether wart, and so therefore it's always on. Go ahead and take that lever and we're going to come underneath right here. Go ahead and put it on this block and turn it on just like that, so that light's always on. Grab yourself some item frames and go ahead and cover every lamp with an item frame. When you get to the end down here, go ahead and put an item frame on these 2 blocks as well, and then go ahead and grab yourself some more solid blocks, and then you can come down here, bring up the end over here, and kind of complete that up. Once you have that all in place, next I want to show you how to break this up. So basically, if you wanted to bend this, you would take these 3 blocks, you would turn them over here, just like this. And then you'd put yourself a pillar block right here, and then go ahead and continue on with the rest of the wall. Go ahead and come all the way over here to the effects. Go ahead and put yourself another pillar block. Come over here, and then you're going to do these 5 ingredients. Once you've got your build looking like this, go ahead and come to the first lamp over here. Go ahead and place yourself in a temporary block like this. Go ahead and place yourself in a dropper facing up just like that, and erase your temporary block. And take droppers and go ahead and go all the way down the line, placing one at every lamp. When you're done, it should look something like this, where you've deleted your temporary blocks in between, and there's just a dropper above the lamp. Once you have that done, next you're going to go ahead and grab some hoppers. Go ahead and come on top of here. Go ahead and place yourself in a hopper into the side of that one just like this, so the nozzle is facing into the droppers. When you're done, you should have a hopper facing into every dropper just like this. And then when you're done, grab your hoppers and come back to this barrel. Go ahead and crouch place yourself a hopper into the back of that barrel just like so. Grab yourself a brewing stand. Go ahead and place it in there just like this. On this side of that brewing stand, we're going to go ahead and get up on top of this block right here and place ourselves in a hopper leading into the side of that one just like so. Grab yourself a chest, go ahead and place it in there just like that. That's going to go ahead and feed our blaze powder into the system here. Then once we have that in place, next we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves another hopper, place it into the back of this one right here just like so, so the nozzle is facing into the back. Once you have that, go ahead and come over here 90 degrees and place another hopper going into that one. Once you have that in place, go ahead and put a hopper on top of the brewing stand just like this. Once you have that in place, go ahead and come on up from there with another one. Then once you have that done, go ahead and bring hoppers all the way across, leading all the way back to the last dropper. Once your hopper line is complete, you should have one going all the way back to the very last dropper, leading all the way back to your potion brewer just like this. Once you have that in place, go ahead and crouch place some barrels on top of every hopper just like this on the front side just like so. Go ahead and put that in there. These are going to be for your ingredients. If you're building the curved version of this, then you're going to need to do the hopper line out the back just like so, where you have 3 extra blocks coming out and 3 more blocks coming over just like this, so you have 5 extra hoppers in total, and that goes for each side. Once all your barrels are on top of your hoppers, next go ahead and grab some sticks over here and go ahead and come to this hopper above your potion brewer. Go ahead and open this guy up, and then we're going to go ahead and take our sticks and we're going to go ahead and place one stick there, one stick there, one stick there, and 19 sticks there. Once you've put your sticks into your hopper, then go ahead and grab some blocks and place the blocks on top of all of your hoppers just to make sure that nothing gets in them. These two down there, those are going to stay open because those are going to stay open. Once all of your hoppers are covered, then go ahead and come back over here, and we're going to come up right over here. Now, if you're covering your hoppers in Java Edition, I believe you can go ahead and put composters on top, and that actually helps better than just regular blocks. However, in Bedrock Edition, that doesn't work. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and decorate the front of this. We're going to go ahead and put trapdoors. If you want to use wooden trapdoors, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to do this next step, but you can just put the trapdoors right on here, plop them down, and you're good to go. However, if you want to go like this, then you're going to go ahead and place a block right there. You're going to go ahead and put a trapdoor on top of it just like this. We're going to put ourselves a redstone block right there, and then we're going to put a redstone block on top of the trapdoor, flapping it up just like that. Once we have that in place, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a piston, put it on that one, and it's going to push the trapdoor forward, making it to where it's always going to stay there. And when we remove all this, it never flaps back down. And you're going to do that for all of these. Once all of your trapdoors are in it, next go ahead and grab your blocks and fill in the gaps in between here and there. Just go ahead and fill all of that in. Once you have that all filled in, next we're going to go ahead and come over here on the side just like this. We're going to go ahead and come up and skip a block right there. Go ahead and come up by one more, so you have 2 blocks right here. Go ahead and come all the way across here just like so. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side, so go ahead and come all the way up to the exact same height. Go ahead and connect both of these up just like so, and that'll be your facade out the front. The next, what we need to do is we need to come all the way across over here. We're going to place in some stairs. So go ahead and place in a stair block like this and a stair block like that, and go ahead and bring stairs all the way down here just like so. However you're going to want those to be, however you want them to look. They can look however you want. You can go back and forth with them if you wanted to. And when you get to this side, go ahead and turn your stair that way. Once you have all of your stairs in place, then next you're going to come right on top of this block right here. You're going to come right around back with a dropper. You're going to go and place it in there just like so. Grab yourself a dispenser, go ahead and place it in there just like that. Once you have that done, next you're going to come right around front. We're going to go ahead and continue with our facade, and we're going to go ahead and crouch place a block on top of this dropper right here just like so. Once we have that done, you can come across here just like so, and then right here we need to go ahead and come up and around over here. Grab yourself another stair block and place it on top of that chest just like that, so the back of the stairs facing that way, giving it a natural look on the front. So as you can see with the curved version, it's very similar. All we've done is taken the potion brewer, put it right here. The facade looks exactly the same. We've used all the same blocks, and you turn it 90 degrees and you make the facade once again. Turn it 90 degrees again and do the facade once more. So now that your entire facade is done, next we're going to go ahead and build the potion brewer. This is going to be all on the left hand side. If you're building the curved version, we're going to work on this section of it. And so it's going to be all of this. So we're going to come right here to the block that's just right of our barrel. We're going to put ourselves a stone button on the front of that one, and then could grab our blocks and come up beneath that block right here next to that barrel. Go ahead and place in a temporary block there and one down just like so. Go ahead and come on down to this side, place a block in just like that. Go ahead and place another one down here just like so. Add 3 more blocks, 1, 2, 3. Then go ahead and come up by 1 and over by 1 in this direction and break that one out. So it looks just like this. Grab yourself some redstone dust, place it on top of all of these blocks around here, just like so. Then in these 3 blocks, grab yourself a piston right here in the middle block. Go ahead and place yourself in a piston just like this. Grab yourself 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right here next to the hopper, you're going to place in a redstone block just like that. Then right here, you're going to take yourself an observer, face it in that direction. Then once you have that done, grab yourself a block just like this. Go ahead and put a block in it just like that. And when you have that done, go ahead and come over here just like so. Go ahead and make yourself a little shape just like that. And when you're done with that, go ahead and come up here. Go ahead and put another block right there and 1 more block right there just like so. In front of this block, grab yourself a piston, face it downwards just like that, right above that observer. Now grab yourself some repeaters. Go ahead and put a repeater right there on that first block. Put that on 4 ticks. Same thing over here, another repeater on 4 ticks. Up here, turn the other direction facing this way. put another repeater on 4 ticks, and then right here in the back block, put yourself some redstone dust. When you've got that completed, you should notice that your redstone block is next to these hoppers, locking both of those hoppers. And so if we go ahead and come around the front, we should be able to hit this button right here. And if we hit that button, we should see that that goes up and then back down. Once you know that's working, go ahead and put a block on the side of that observer right there, right in front of that hopper. This hopper should be the one with all of the sticks that we put in there earlier. Once you have located that, put yourself a block in right there and a block in right there on the side of that one. Once you have that, go ahead and put another block there with a slab there, another block and another block. Grab yourself 2 comparators, put one right here and another one there. 2 redstone dust followed by a repeater on 4 ticks, just like so. Go ahead and grab yourself another block, come up here just like that. Grab yourself a redstone torch, put it on the side just like so, and then a sticky piston facing down just like that, with a block on its face just like that. Once you have that complete, go ahead and grab yourself another sticky piston. Go ahead and come right underneath this block right here. Go ahead and put yourself a sticky piston just like that. Put an observer on its face with a red dot facing in that direction. Put a block on its face with another block and then a block down just like so. Go ahead and break that one out and then over by 1 and then up by 1. So you have 2 blocks right here with a block here and a block there. Grab yourself a repeater, put it on 4 ticks just like that. Put some redstone dust right there and then a redstone torch right here, which should be directly underneath that hopper. Once you have that, go ahead and grab yourself another sticky piston, put it underneath that redstone torch just like so. Then grab yourself an observer just like this, put it in there just like that. Then you can go ahead and grab yourself a block right there, break that one out, and then put some redstone dust on top of that one. Once you've got all that in place, right behind this hopper right here, go ahead and put yourself in a comparator just like that. Anytime there's bottles in there, it's going to go ahead and power this block, which will power that redstone, which will turn off this torch, which will unlock that hopper, allowing all the potions to go in. Once you've got your comparator in place and you've got everything else all looking like this, then go ahead and come over here. We're going to test our system. Go ahead and come to this hopper with all of these sticks in there. Go ahead and put a block in there that's not going to go into your potion brewer. And once you do that, you should notice that these 2 pistons change position. This one's going to retract just like this, and this one's going to extend it just like that. When that happens, that means that is now brewing a potion. So if we now go ahead and come up to this hopper, go ahead and pull that item out, you should see that it acts like it's done brewing a potion and it starts and cycles all over just like that. If you test your machine and you see that go up and down, then you know you've done good. Once you know that's all working, next we're going to come to this dispenser and this dropper. Go ahead and open these up and put in yourself 9 stacks of glass bottles into each of these. Go ahead and do that to both of those. Then once you have that done, next we're going to take ourselves a block, put it right in front of that dispenser right there, just like so. Put a piece of glass right there on this side, or a block of your choice. It doesn't have to be glass. But then over here with the observer, go ahead and place that up over here with the red dot facing up. Then go ahead and break out your temporary block, and then you can pull it out of the hopper later. Then grab yourself some water and go ahead and put it in there just like that. Then once you have that in place, next we're going to go ahead and break our observers just like this. We're going to come up by 1 like that, and then on top of the water, we're going to come across just like so. Grab yourself some redstone dust, put it right on top of that dispenser just like that. That'll power both the dispenser and the dropper, and both of these have to be full. You have to fill these up completely full. Once they start to get empty spaces in them, it's going to break. So while you're using your potion brewer, if you happen to use it a lot, make sure you keep on top of that. Make sure that these are staying full of glass bottles, because if you don't have them full, you're gonna wonder why you don't have potions coming through your system. So nonetheless, once you have that done, go ahead and grab yourself some iron blocks. Go ahead and place a block down there, or a block of your choice. And then grab yourself a comparator, and it's going to read what's inside of this hopper right here. So grab yourself a comparator and place it in there just like that. You're going to see that it's going to start ticking just like that, and every single time it turns on and off, it's going to go ahead and pulse. And now that it's got water bottles in there, you should see that the comparator is lit up, and the whole system right over here has water bottles in it too. Once you place that comparator in there, you should get bottles going through, and that's how you know your system's working. If your system's not doing that, rewatch this and make sure you're doing that correctly. Once you know your system is working, then go ahead and grab some blocks and come down to this copper bulb. Go ahead and place in it 2 blocks just like this, and 1 down just like that. Break that one out and grab yourself a redstone comparator and place it in there side by side with that other one, just like so. Once you have that done, place in a block right there, place a block right there and right there. Break this one out, and then place 1 more down here just like so. Once you have that in place, then go ahead and place in redstone dust on top of all of these just like that. Once you get to this point, then go ahead and come on down right here place in 2 blocks right here, just like so. Go ahead and place in 2 more blocks in right there like that. Then break these 2 out, and then once you have that done, go ahead and grab yourself a repeater, leave it on 1 tick just like that. Then on this side we're going to come right over here with a sticky piston, place it on that just like so, and then place in an observer just right there with the red dot facing this way, so when that piston extends it hits this redstone, which would start brewing another potion. Then once you have all that in place, grab yourself another block and then put it on top of that piston just like so, and then go ahead and come up here just like that. And once you have that in place, then go ahead and place 1 more block in there, just like so. Then grab yourself a redstone torch, place it on the back side of that one, so it makes that piston extend. Then you're going to grab some redstone dust. You're going to place redstone dust right there, and a redstone dust right there. And when that piston retracts, it's going to allow that redstone line to go ahead and turn this torch off when it's lit. So once you have all that in place, next you're going to go ahead and come over here. You should go ahead and be able to press this button here. When you do that, you should see that this whole thing kind of does a little jostle and goes ahead and puts some bottles of water into your system. You can take these bottles of water and go ahead and throw them right back into the hopper right here where the water bottles originally go in. Then once you've tested that, you can go ahead and turn it back off, and I believe you should see that it's going to go ahead and stay just like this. Once you've got all this working, we're going to begin to build this side of the redstone. So we're going to start building over here, so it's going to be on this side and that side. Next, we're going to go ahead and get started on the left-hand side over here behind this lamp. Now, in the straight version, you have to build this a little differently than the curved version, because only this one is going to be a little bit strange because we have this redstone block right here, and we have to avoid budding on Java Edition. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come on down here just like so. We're going to have that block right below that lamp right there. Grab yourself some redstone dust just like so, with a block with a piston on its face just like so. Grab yourself a glass block and then a solid block and then a glass block again. And once you have that, grab yourself another piston, skip a block, and then place your piston side by side with that one right there. Once you have all that in place, next you're going to go ahead and grab a block and place it in right there just like so. You're going to go ahead and grab a block and place it up just like that. Once you have that in place another block in right there, a slab in there just like so, and you can break that one out. Put redstone dust on top of this block and on top of that slab, and then grab yourself a repeater and put it on top of that and leave it on 1 tick. Once you've got all that in place, you can go ahead and test out your circuit by coming right around here. Go ahead and flick this lever on the far left side just like so. You should see that your circuit goes ahead and throws this glass block up, this solid block up, and you should see that that piston is now extended. And now we have a solid block in front of this repeater, so if it gets powered, it's going to power that dropper. So once we have that in place, what we need to do next is we need to make sure that it's going to reset itself. So if we go ahead and come back down here, we should be able to turn this off. We should see that that piston gets retracted, and now this needs to come on down. So next we're going to go ahead and hit our manual potion button right here. We should see that it's going to go ahead and cycle, and then we should see that that goes ahead and gets pushed back down just like so. You can go ahead and grab the water bottles that came into your brewing stand, go ahead and drink those and make them glass bottles and put them back in your system. And again, if you're building the curved version, you do not need to have these pistons in place. All you would need is this block with the redstone on top and the repeater right here just like so, and then just have this block right here. And then of course I'm going to show you how to build it just like so. So let's go ahead and build it over here. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves another block just like so. We're going to grab a block down here just like so. What I recommend is going ahead and bringing a line all the way across underneath all of these and doing these all at once, but I'm going to show you how to do one so you can do the rest. So we're going to put a repeater in here just like so, just like that. There we are. And once we have that in place, we're going to grab ourselves a sticky piston, place it right in front of there just like so. Grab yourself a block so it's right catty corner downwards from that dropper. Once you have that in place, put yourself in a block right there and a block right there. Put yourself in a repeater here just like this. Once you have that done, you're going to carry this all the way across here just like so. Once you get to the very last dropper, you're going to go ahead and cut back in here just like so. Once you have that, then you're going to go ahead and do that to all of these droppers right here. Anywhere there's a dropper, go ahead and connect your blocks. Also, as a note, down here on the end where your nether wart's going to be going, you do not need a piston because this always needs to be on. So no repeater, no piston. That is the one that we put the lever underneath. So go ahead and put the block up just like that. Then grab your repeaters. We're going to put repeaters into all of these blocks in right here just like so. So go ahead and put a repeater across every block leading all the way back down. When you get that done, go ahead and take some redstone dust. Go ahead and follow that behind behind all of those repeaters just like so, and make sure that it's all connecting all the way through. Once you have all that done, then go ahead and make sure that you have your repeaters in. Then right here in between these two, this big old long section right here, you're going to break this redstone, and you're going to put a repeater in here like that. So when you're all done, it should look like this, where you have redstone going all the way across the back. You have a repeater right here, and then repeaters going into all of these areas. Then anytime you come around the front, you should be able to flick a lever. Then once you flick a lever, you should see that that block comes up just like that. When you're done with that ingredient, you can go ahead and flick that lever back off, and that block will go back down. If you're building the curved version, then you're going to go ahead and bring your redstone in from here all the way around over here just like so, and put yourself in a repeater to start your line. And as you can see, this is the area that we changed. You do not need to build that complicated thing. You can build it just like the rest of these. Then once you have all that in place, then you're going to come right over here across here. You're going to put your other 4 ingredients. You need to extend your redstone out around over here just like so. Then go ahead and add these other 5 ingredients. Once you have all that done, it should look a lot like this. Once you've got that complete, your redstone's pretty much done. Next, we need to grab all of your ingredients, and we're going to go ahead and label everything in the front as I show you guys right here. So first, go ahead and get all of your ingredients as I show in my hotbar, and we're going to go right down the list. So we're going to go ahead and put a glass bottle right there. We're going to put blaze powder in right there, a golden carrot, a rabbit's foot, magma cream, sugar, pufferfish, glycerine melon, and a spider eye. Gas tier, more blaze powder, turtle shell, phantom membrane, and then a fermented spider eye. Once you have that, you should reach your pillar right here. Then we're going to go into a slime block. We're going to go do a stone block, and then we're going to do a cobweb, and then a breeze rod. And then of course comes our effects. We're going to do redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, and dragon's breath. And then over here we're going to do nether wart. Start grabbing all of your ingredients and chucking it into the system. Once you've finished loading all of your ingredients, next you need to go and take some blaze powder and then come over to this chest, and you're going to load this guy up as full as you can. Once all of your ingredients are in it, next you're going to come back to the potion brewer and we're going to prime it up. So go ahead and open this guy up and put some nether wart in there just like that, and now your potion brewer is fully ready to use. So if we wanted to start a potion, let's see if we want to start a fire resistance potion, let's go ahead and do one of those. And if we come over here and select redstone dust, it'll make it extra long. And then if we have another wart, that's going to go ahead and turn it into another potion when that's fully done. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and do a single potion right here just like that. That should go ahead and start the system up, and as you can see, we've got ourselves 3 water bottles that are going into the system. It is now creating a awkward potion. So as you can see, when the potion's done brewing, the nether wart's going to come into the system, the potion's going to stop brewing, and now it's ready for the next one. So you can go ahead and take that one out, go ahead and brew up another one, and you can change it up as you like. If you want lots and lots of a single type of potion, then you can go ahead and use automatic mode, which is over here. Make sure that you have your ingredients selected. I'm just going to go ahead and make the same potion that we have been, the fire resistance potion. This time they're going to end up down in the barrel. So let's go ahead and hit that button here. As you can see, we're going to get ourselves some water bottles just like that, and it's going to start brewing up potions. As your last batch of potions brews up, you're going to notice that it's going to go ahead and stop. It's going to go ahead and drain the potions out, but it's not going to make another one. And that means that your system is completely full. Your barrel or chest is now completely full, just like that. If you look in this hopper here, you should see that your remaining potions are in there. If you empty those, it's going to continue cycling and making more and more potions. If you empty the barrel, it'll continue doing that. However, if you turn it off just like this, that should go ahead and stop that. Then once we do that, we should be able to go ahead and empty this, and it's going to create one last batch of potions. So if we go ahead and empty it just like this, you're going to see it cycle through one last time, and it's going to have one last batch of potions go through the system. Once your potions are brewed up, then you can go ahead and take them out, because it's now back on full manual mode, where if you press this button, you're going to need to empty your potion brewer out manually. And again, if you happen to press this button and the system happens to be full and you mess it up and it creates a bad potion, then go ahead and just look in this hopper right here and empty out all the ingredients that come into this slot. And once you do that, you can put all your ingredients back and it'll reset itself. It's really not a big deal. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Superior Potion Brewer. This thing is super awesome and super convenient to use, and I know you guys are going to love it in your survival worlds. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you guys did, be sure to smack the like button for me, and subscribe if you guys are new. I'm Broken Bones, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.